welcome to Fixing It Up with Sandra, where I share everything with you guys when it comes to crafting and cooking and just basically having fun in life. That's what it's all about, right? So today is gonna be a really fun episode because we are gonna be working with the all famous dollar store pumpkin wreath frame. And we're gonna do things a little different. We're not gonna use any mesh. I saw this on Pinterest and I'm like, okay, I have to try this out. I pray that I have enough beads. If not, we'll figure things out. So yeah, so I'm sure you guys have seen them. They had them last year. I did buy a bunch after the season. And as you can see, it's kind of like they're a little wobbly because what I have done is that I have clipped the wires right here. See? Every other one. So this is not clipped. This is right here. It's not, it is, it's not, it is. Okay, how did I clip those wires? I use these scissors that everybody has asked me about. Right in this little spot is where you can cut wire, and it was actually pretty easy. I will link these scissors in the description box below. And the reason for cutting this is because we're gonna put wooden beads on them. I'm praying that I have enough beads. This looks so cute. So anyways, that's how we're gonna do it. On the ones that we do not have cut, we are gonna wrap them with some string. So this is gonna be a completely different type of wreath, which I'm super excited to do because I wanna change things up a bit. I want to show you guys how you can use wreath frames in so many different ways. So without further ado, let's get started. I do wanna say that you can buy wooden beads on Amazon for sure. I'm a huge thrifter, Goodwill searcher, all of that stuff. That being said, I didn't even pay the price that is on this price tag that I'm about to show you guys. So I bought this entire bag of beads. Now, anybody who has bought wooden beads knows very well how pricey this could be. This could easily be upwards in the 20 some odds because these are really nice beads too. So the lady had it priced at $1.95, $1.95 for this whole bag of beads. But I bought this for table legs, like mini ones, a few other things, and she charged me $5. $5, right? So these are the beads that we're gonna be using. As you can see, there's some dark beads, so we're gonna kind of sprinkle them in. Of course, I'm gonna point the camera down for you guys, and we're gonna get started. So I want to go ahead and start with the center, just in case we don't have enough beads, because then I can like figure out what I'm gonna do with the rest of the pumpkin. All right, y'all, this is gonna be a super fun pumpkin wreath that I can't wait to share with you guys. All right, so I've already got the one bead on there. Let's open this up. Try not to have these all spill out. Like I said, I have some dark ones in there that I kind of want to sprinkle. And this is fairly easy. Actually, let me get this thing off of here. I did do a wrapped wire frame, which I will show you. Like I said, I did it, I did it a couple years ago. It took a while to do it, so I went with some bigger string this time around, hoping that maybe it'll go a lot faster. Man down. I am not going to go after that one single bead. I'm sure my cat will find it and be in heaven for a minute. All right, so this, I think I'm gonna have enough beads. I was thinking about doing the whole pumpkin like this, but I really didn't think I had that many beads and I didn't want to cut everything. And of course, I'll show you how to, look at how fast this is and how beautiful this is. Ugh, I'm just in love. I was so excited when I saw this on Pinterest because it's a totally new way. I've done with mesh on this one. Whew, it took a lot of mesh, which was really fun. So now we will eventually glue this back together, just so you know. Sorry, I will be gluing that. I should get my hot glue gun prepped. All right. So we have it like that. Oh, there we go. 1 down, what, 3 to go. I'm just gonna keep with, I'm gonna start with a dark one. And yes, these are the kind of beads that you can use for macrame, all kinds of stuff. I was just so excited when she sold the whole bag to me and more for about $5. She had a ton of crafting stuff. This is why I always try to see if I can find stuff at thrift stores and whatnot, because you can't be a crafter and not hit up thrift stores, just bottom line, because you're going to go into so much debt that it like doesn't even make it fun anymore. All right. Oh, somebody's got the bead. I hear it. All right. Look at how easy this is just working. There we go. And then this will go right here. Gosh, I'm so tempted to just do the entire wreath. I think I might glue this, and then I think we're just gonna go and do the entire wreath, because I have a ton more beads to go, so clearly I have enough. And I don't want you guys to count the beads that I'm using, just in case you guys get completely different beads. I don't want you guys to be disappointed if your amount doesn't work out to the same. And just so you see the beads that I'm working with, they're like these, not perfectly round, kind of rectangular in a way. All right. Let's see if that works. All right, now let's attempt to glue this. Now, I have not done a wreath like this, so I'm just going to see what happens when we attempt to glue this in. I think I will go back as well with my E6000 and glue it, but this is just to make it instantaneously. And because the metal is adhering with wood, it should hold. And this is not a wreath that I would stick in an area where the weather would really, be on it. Like, I would kind of put this in like somewhat of a protective area, if that's possible. All right, so we've got, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. I'm just gonna kind of put a little bit of glue there. All right, because I don't think I know these wooden beads probably would fade and all that fun stuff if it was in the rain and in the sun and all that other stuff. So just to be safe. All right, guys. Well, this glue seems to be working and holding pretty well. So I'm just filling up the little bit of the hole with the glue and then sticking the little piece back in there. What do you guys think? And how easy was this, right? We're gonna do some greenery. I'm still gonna use this for the stem. But yes, some greenery that I just picked up at the Dollar Tree. They right now have a ton of sunflowers and just really beautiful fall stems. And Michael's does too, but Michael's is not on sale right now. So maybe by the time you watch this video, it might be. Okay, so here's how I do it. So I've got my scissors. Like I said, this section right here will cut this wire. So I'm just gonna go ahead as close as I can. Okay, I'm trying to be gentle since I already have beads on here. And it doesn't take too much pressure too. It might look like it does, but it really doesn't. Okay, there we go. Now I have, I shouldn't have, okay, I should have waited just a little bit more. Boo. Okay, I'm gonna fix this. Oh man, oh man. Look at that. Okay. All right, now we got to get creative. This is why I do the tutorials for you. So clearly this is not going to work, but I know that would, so we're going to glue the bead to the other bead. That's what we're going to do. So let's fix what has happened. See, now you guys know. Now you guys know. And the one that I saw, like that was similar to this, was not a tutorial. It was one that was for sale on Etsy. So there was like no description on how to make this work. But I am smarter than the average bear. Oh, wait, did I? This goes in here. Will that? Actually, I'm gonna do this. Okay, guys, just bear with me for one moment while I get these in place. Okay, that's what I'm gonna want it to do. So I'm gonna do a little bit of glue right here. And then we're gonna let this officially dry all the way. So I will be right back with you. Okay, so I have my E6000 glue. This is incredible glue. I'm just gonna put a dab of it right here on the back of it. This is, I didn't discover this glue until I started crafting. I always used super glue. That was always something that we used. But once I found that, I have rarely used super glue. So we're gonna go ahead and just keep it down like this, just so things can dry and set. So what I'm gonna do, I am gonna use a little bit of hot glue gun to kind of help it along, but we're also, like I said, we're gonna use this E6000 glue because that is like a no joke kind of glue. It does not dry instantly. So I do want to point that out. So that's why we're keeping it in this position to kind of help with basically keeping it in place so it will dry without it cracking and breaking and falling apart like it just did. All right, so then I'm going to take a little bit, again, this E6000, put it up here. This does adhere to metal, the hot glue does not. So even though it's sticking for the most part right now, it's not going to stay that way. It'll eventually give, and I don't want that to be an issue with our wreath. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and, but I am gluing the two beads together, and then just doing the top with a little bit of E6000. There we go. All right, perfect. Let's go ahead and finish the rest of our wire frames. And like I said, I'm sprinkling in this brown when I feel. Okay. I do have some cute ribbon that would look really cute on this. I'm just trying to be oh so careful. I don't want another repeat of what just happened. All right. What do you guys think so far? If you guys really love this tutorial, let me know in the comments. I really love like interacting with you guys. This is just a super cute way to do this, and I would have never have thought to do something like this. Okay. Maybe I could have got another bead in there. Too late now. Kind of bummed that that doesn't. You can see the little bit of the wire. I'm gonna have to fix that. And this is one of the faster wreaths that I've done. All right. Okay, so now I'm thinking about just adding an extra bead because I don't want that gap there. Man down. Okay, that looks like it's fair enough. All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit of glue right here on this bead, just a little tiny bit, so then that this bead sticks to the top bead, okay? So I'm gluing these two together. This is what I've learned. And now I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the top of this inside. I'm just gonna put a tiny bit. And like I said, I know that this will not hold because we've seen that, but that's just to kind of give it like a little bit of somewhat of a hold so I can do the, there we go. So I can do the E6000. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a dab right there just to hold. I'm gonna let that dry. Figuring it out. We're figuring it out together. All right. Then we're gonna go ahead and try to one hand open this E6000 and give it a little bit of glue. And I'm doing it on the back side too, that way, you know, obviously it doesn't show when we hang it. You know, I'm trying to do everything in the back. All right, Let's go on to our second to last beads thing. And then I hope you guys can find a bunch of really good beads at your local thrift store, because I don't want you guys to make this into like a $30 pumpkin, because this looks pricey. And if I decide, which I don't think I'm gonna sell this, if I decide to sell this, I can actually make a definite profit off of this, considering that I only paid so much money for my beads. All right. Eventually you'll find a way to, like, see how I'm doing this is just way easier, kind of pulling it to the back. Makes it go so much faster. All right, one more bead. Okay, so now I've learned. So now I know that I'm going to hot glue these two beads together, the last one and the second to last one. I want to hot glue that together. Just do a smidgen of glue. Don't do a whole bunch. Then I'm going to take some hot glue, dip it into the center of that. Although we know it's not going to hold it in place, it's enough for us to have it hold it in place until we get our E6000. And then look at that. Because like I said, this E6000 does not dry instantaneously. Is that how we say it? Or instantly? Let's use this little thing to spread it out. All right. All right, there we go. I'm waiting for them all to, please don't, but I'm waiting for them all to like break open. Here we go. And then we're just gonna do a little bit of floral, you know, on the top, do the rope around the stem, and that's it. Keep it very simple, not gonna overdo it. I'm thinking maybe we'll wrap the wire in between. Wrapping takes a long time, I know this. So, but you know, I just, maybe a little, yeah, we're gonna wrap it because I think it'll just look tacky. It'll look really expensive with all of these beads, and then kind of like we just gave up if we don't wrap the stem. Okay, so, oh, here we go. Now I've got a routine. I hope you guys stayed on this video long enough to see how this is the easiest way to do this. Okay, so you're gonna glue, remember, put a little bit of glue into the center. See, this is why I do the tutorials for you, because I will figure out the problems that will happen for you. So when you go to do it, it's, you know, super easy. You don't have to worry about too much. You got it down. And if you don't have E6000, super glue, I'm assuming will work too. Just make sure that whatever you use will bond to metal. All right. Okay, we're just gonna leave it like that for just a second and wrap this up. Now, what I was talking about, like wrapping the frame, I will be fast forwarding this for you guys. So you're just gonna take string and you're just gonna wrap it all the way around so you're not seeing the bare wire. I just don't think that that would look good. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the end of this string right here. I'm gonna ever so in tiny, just adhere it to right here. Actually, I'm gonna tie a little knot and then I'm going to adhere it. Just so, okay, I'll just do a little dab of glue so the fabric and the wood bead are together. And I'm not gonna use this whole roll to like wrap around because it's not, just doesn't make sense, but I am gonna pull quite a bit out and we're gonna use that to wrap. And I'm just guessing on length. So, And then this is what you're gonna do. Legit, just wrap. And this will take a while. And like I said, I'm not gonna bore you. We're gonna completely fast forward this, and I will see you when I get this section done. Just wrap, pull all the way down. And the bigger the string, the better, but don't get too bulky because it just won't look good, in my opinion. But the tinier, the longer it takes. Believe me, I did it with the tiny one a couple years ago and it took forever. All right, and you're gonna pull it down just like that. All right, I'll see you guys in just a few moments. Okay, so this is how far I've gotten so far. I've been waiting for this little area. Let me just bring this up a little bit more. I've been waiting for this little area to dry. I've had one that's been incredibly stubborn. So as you can see, I wrapped all the way around here, and I've got this section right here. I went in between right here. And so now I'm gonna keep wrapping around. I'm not gonna do the stem yet, but this is what I'm doing, just shoving this through. And we're just gonna keep wrapping until I've gone all the way around the pumpkin, just like this. Trying to be very careful that none of these pop loose because they're still not 100% wet, but they're definitely damp. Let's just say that. So I'm just trying to be as careful as possible, and then just go all the way around. Just make sure you cover every all the wire, and then we'll do the stem last. Okay, so this is what we're doing. Yeah, and then it'll look like we didn't forget the frame. So as you can see, I've pretty much gone around the entire frame of the pumpkin, and I love the way this looks. I'm so glad that I did not leave it bare. The one that I did see, like, it was bare, and that this just looks like we thought about the entire frame and not just the beaded area. And like I said, it's still not 100% glue. The glue is not 100% dry. It'll probably take like 24 to 48 hours. So I'm still trying to be, you know, careful with everything, but it's just about done. And I'm so excited. I have some leaves that I picked up from the dollar store right next to me. And this is just how I do it. Just go over to the next one. And I'm surprised that all that string that I cut has actually lasted this long. So I think I might be able to actually get through the entire wreath frame. And I just use my thumb to kind of hold it in place as I wrap, you know, to kind of pull it a little tight, and then keep it in place. And this is all it took. And I'm glad that I went with the bigger string because this did go 1,000 times faster than the smaller one. All right. And this is just a jute string. I think I did get this at the Dollar Tree. I can't remember. I don't think that I got it anywhere else. I can't imagine where I would have picked something like that up besides the Dollar Tree. So perfect. This string is totally gonna make it all the way around. All right, we're on our last section of the frame. Let me just make sure that my glue gun is in fact on. I've done that so many times where I'm like, oh, it's on, it's all ready to go, and then no. I have failed to turn it on. I plugged it in, but not turned it on. Okay, so now that we've got it, oops, and just make sure that you don't overlap. And I have like a little tiny piece where it's still, I'll show you. Let me just get this just about done. And from where I originally started, remember I tied it, so I still have like that little loose piece. All right. I want to grab that. So I still have this little loose piece from when I originally tied it. So that's what I'm going to use to tie this on here. Cut. These scissors aren't the sharpest, and that's because I've used it for like metal, all kinds of stuff. So now what I'm just basically doing is tying this together. Look at this pumpkin. How beautiful is this? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lift it just a hair. So this is what we have. And then, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap the stem. Let me bring you back down and closer. So we're gonna wrap the stem just basically like how we wrapped this. This should be enough. All right, so I'm gonna tie this on, but I'm gonna tie it in the back. Okay, just do a little tie. Oops. All right, we're gonna do all of this through here. I don't know why I did it the hard way. Okay. Let's do a little tie. And then this is just a simple wrap, like nothing fancy. I'll lift it up and bring it around towards me. Okay. It's gonna wanna kind of come up a bit. Okay. How am I gonna do this? Okay. So I'm gonna take a little bit of glue. I'm gonna dab it. I'm gonna show you what I did in just a second. Okay, so because this is going to want to slide up because of that curve, so I took my string, here it is, took my string and I put a dab of glue on this string right here and glued this down so it will not slide. And then I should be able to wrap it. So now I got to do it on this side too. Just do a tiny little dab of glue. Because you don't want this to slide up. You want the whole stem to be covered. We might have to do that with every wrap until we get out of that little curve area. And like I said, just do the tiniest dab of glue. You don't need to do a whole bunch, just enough to give it like a little bit of a grip. So yes, that's how you're going to prevent this from sliding up that stem. Okay, so while we're going to let gravity do its thing, we're going to have this flipped over this way, let the beads kind of its own weight hold it down. And while it's drying, we're going to go ahead and take this pumpkin maple pick that we got from, I say we, me, that I got from the Dollar Tree. I don't know why I cut the tag off, even when I'm not even going to use that part of the thing. I have my handy dandy scissors, and I might not even need them. Oh, you know what? I don't even know if I need them. So take that. These are doubled like this, and so I'm just going to cut them loose like that. Okay, we'll leave those for right now. And because it is flipped in the direction that I'm going to be decorating anyways, so I have the stem right there. I just want to see right now, I'm just going to kind of lay out. Oh, this is going to be so cute. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let's go ahead and start gluing down some of our leaves. And I don't want to cover I really don't want to cover too much of the stem. Like, you know, we worked hard covering it, or, you know, at least putting the string around it. So we don't want to cover it completely. All right. There we go. And this looks so pretty. You can use any kind of, you know, greenery or whatnot to decorate this. And I'm going to kind of go a little bit behind it, kind of, you know, drag it out just a little bit. There we go. I really hope you guys are enjoying this tutorial. I'm so excited about this. I love this brand new way of creating a wreath. Yes, we've had some snafus with this, but you know, if you've never seen this kind of wreath done, I'm hoping that you learned something new and that you will also give it a try, you know, even with all of the little things that we've had to deal with. So, and I'm just laying them across, like on the bar. Fall is like one of my favorite times of year. I love fall and winter. Those two are my absolute favorite. Hey guys, do I even dare attempt to pick this wreath up with everything that has happened? Okay, just for this one showing, then I'm gonna be laying it back down. Dang, 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 dang. That's all I gotta say about that. How pretty is that? So you can see our wrapped stem and all of the beautifulness that we've decorated it with. Very simple. I didn't want to add a bow. I don't want to take away from the beads. It's just beautiful. It's super simple. So someone who is wanting to decorate but not wanting, like, you know, the big gaudy anything like that, this is what they should be doing. One more time for the cheap seats in the back. I just love it. Oh my gosh. I can't wait for you guys to try this. These are not available in stores at this time. I don't believe it's not in my local Dollar Tree. However, check on dollartree.com because I know they are bringing in a bunch of their fall stuff. So actually it might be in your local dollar store, especially if you're one of those people that lives next to those fabulous ones where it gets everything. Definitely check it out. So excited. So excited. Yeah, that's my masterpiece for the day. So anyways, that is the end of this super fun tutorial. And if you like it and you learned something in this, which I hope you guys did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you would like to see more content like this, like all of the fun stuff that we're doing on this channel, please subscribe. It is completely free. Make sure that you're hitting that notification bell so you're notified every single time I upload a tutorial. Also, if you'd like to check out some of the products that I make and sell on this channel, head on over to my Etsy shop. It is Fixing It Up with Sandra. Again, you can find me on almost every single platform just by typing that in. And that is it. We do have, why do I say we all the time? It's so bizarre. Every time I say we, it's me and my dog. It's me and my Cocos. So I do have a membership that is just getting off the ground. And in fact, this week I started rebranding it. So I'm super excited for you guys to check that out as well. And yeah, share this tutorial with your friends and let me know how you feel about this tutorial. Leave me some comments below in this video. Show me what you guys think about this, and if you guys are making your own, head on over to my Instagram and send me a photo because I like to be inspired. I don't think of this stuff up by myself. I have to like go look for things, and you just might be the one to inspire me. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today, and I will see you guys again in my next tutorial.